I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful crystal bicone bracelets. Check out the description below for all the material list, although I'm going to go through it later on in the video as well as some variations what you can do if you haven't got bicones. To make this bracelet, you're going to start at the clasp on one end. You're going to work your way all the way to the other side and attach the other side of the clasp. It's a fairly easy technique called right angle weave, and you only need to do 2 steps. In one step, you're adding the crystals, and the next step, you're adding the seed beads. I'd also like to use 3 different colors of crystals. You could do one all the way down, but 2 or 3 colors just makes it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more beautiful. It's going to sparkle no matter how many colors you use. So to start, I'm going to go through the loop on my clasp with a couple of arm span of thread, and I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads, then take my needle through the loop on the clasp again, pull this up nice and tight, and go through the first 2 seed beads one more time to be the furthest away from my clasp to be in position to add more beads. So next, pick up 4 crystals. I'm going to pick up color A, and you're going to go through the same seed bead you are coming out of from the opposite side to form a loop, and I'm going to pull this all the way up, make it sure it's nice and tight. Go to the first crystal one more time, then pick up 1 seed bead and go to the second crystal, pick up another seed bead, then go to the third crystal, pick up another seed bead and go to the 4th crystal. Now from here we're going to jump over, just pull this up nice and tight. From here, we're going to jump over the bottom seed bead and go through the very first crystal added. Then take our thread all the way up to the top and come out of the seed bead, the furthest one away from your clasp. And pull it nice and tight. In the next step, you're going to add 3 seed beads. So I'm just going to pick up 3 seed beads, locate the seed bead you are coming out from and come through it from the other side, forming another loop. Then take your thread up through the first 2 seed beads. So again, you are furthest away from your clasp. Then you're going to pick up 4 more crystals, this time color B. Come through the same seed bead, the one the furthest away from the clasp. Pull this up nice and tight, and you're going to repeat what you did with the first color crystal. So go to the first crystal, pick up a seed bead, go to the second crystal, pick up another seed bead, go to the third crystal, pick up another seed bead, go to the 4th crystal. Then you're going to jump over the seed bead right in front of you and go into the 1st crystal. Then follow your thread path all the way up until you come out the furthest away seed bead from your clasp. And once again, you're going to pick up 3 seed beads and go through that seed bead in between those 2 crystals one more time and pull it up nice and tight and come through the first 2. So you're the furthest away from your clasp, and you're going to repeat these 2 sections, adding the crystals, then adding the seed beads all the way down. Now the next color I will be using will be color C, then I will be back to color A, B, C, all the way down for the length of the bracelet. Once you get down to the other end, just stop just after adding the seed beads on the top of the crystals. Then what you're going to do is going to pick up a seed bead, you're going to go through the loop on the clasp and pick up another seed bead and come through the seed bead on your bracelet to match the other side and pull this up nice and tight. I like to go through the clasp a couple of times just to really strengthen the connection here, because that's where you're going to tug the most on, where you're going to pull the most on the bracelet when you taking it off or you putting it on, or even 3 times, really secure it down. Then you're going to take your thread down, and I'm just going to come through this crystal bicone here and we're going to do a 1 thread knot. So I'm going to catch the thread path right underneath the seed bead. I'm not going through any of the beads there. I'm just caught the thread path right under, and I'm going to pull my needle through. You can see this little loop is forming. Now before this loop disappears, I'm going to come through this loop and pull this up nice and tight, and as I'm pulling it tight, that's going to form a little knot on my bracelet. Then I'm going to take it down and do another one just after the next bicone. I do 2 or 3 of these just to really secure the bracelet following any thread path I have created. I'm going to take it through the seed bead, again the next seed bead, and towards the next cluster of bicones. And then once I'm ready, I'm just going to trim the end. Now once you've finished, do put your needle into your tail end, and again you can tighten up, go around a couple of times here and do a couple of 1 thread knots so your end will be nice and secure on that side as well. I just love this bracelet. It's so sparkly, so pretty. Now let's look at the materials list and what variations you can do. If you liked today's make, then don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I regularly go live, so do make sure you turn the bell on after you subscribe so you get notified the next time I release a video or I do go live. Live is the perfect opportunity for you to come in and just ask your question, and I can answer it for you there and then. So let's talk about the materials. I love using Toho seed beads. They are very even in size. They're manufactured in Japan. You could use a similar quality if you like. I use 3 different colors of crystal beads. Now these are premium bicones. Premium bicone mean they are higher quality as well. The size of them are pretty much the same, and they don't tend to have sharp edges, which some of the cheaper brands do. You could use 1 colorway all the way along if you want to. I just like to use the 3 colors to give you a more of a pretty and professional look. The magnetic clasp I like to use is this 8mm little 1 loop magnetic clasp. They will keep your bracelet on. The bracelet is very light in weight as well, and you're going to need needle and thread. The thread is a Supalon size D, which is the thicker one of the Supalons, and the size 10 needle. Now you could change this up. You could do this with round beads if you like. I do think bicones fit the best because they are just that really nice shape fitting together into each one of those clusters, but you could try with any other shape, I guess. Now if you want to go up in size and you only have 6mm bicone beads at home, then do try it with not size 11 but size 8 seed beads. So if you up the size of the bicones, then up the size of the seed bead as well. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you don't want to miss out on my next video, then be sure to turn the bell on after you have subscribed to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.